Hey guys, ShadowFox here and welcome back to episode 7 of SkyFactory. Now here I am in my little glass box which I've been using to AFK near the mob farm that I built last episode. I'm just going to take this down. I just didn't want to repeat of the incident with the skeleton horse where I came back dead after an AFK session. So as you can see, this thing is still running nicely. We've got plenty of mob drops in here. We've got 60 odd stacks of zombie heads, over 400 stacks of wither skeleton heads, even quite a lot of inferium. We've got 250 rare loot bags, which is awesome. We're going to have to go through and find an efficient way of getting those open without having to deal with all the trash. We've got some dimlet parcels as well, so looking at different dimensions in the RF Tools dimensions is going to be on the agenda very soon. I've also got these, which I'm not sure what they are. Let's have a look. How to use your Dirt Chest 9000. Welcome. Usage. We warranty Dirt Chest. Get out of here. Yeah, I have no idea what that was all about. But anyway guys, in today's episode, there's a couple of things I want to get done. So firstly, you can see in my inventory I've prepared a couple of materials. I'm just going to empty out some of this rubbish I've got here. Don't need that. That should do. So we've got some compressed cobble, quadruple and quintuple compressed, and some unstable ender pearls. Now if I combine all of these together, we get a Beneath teleporter. Now I've never been to the Beneath before, so this is going to be quite interesting. So I'm just going to dig out this block here. I believe that should do it. So let's give it a go. That doesn't seem to be doing anything. How do I... No, that's not working at all, is it? Alright, I'll be right back once I find out. Alright guys, welcome back. So apparently I was just being a little bit of an idiot. So as you can see, I've upgraded my armor a little bit. I've gone with the dark armor, which I've empowered using a vibrant crystal. Fortunately ran out of levels before I could do the headpiece. I did also want to add some basic capacitors on there, but again that requires levels. But anyway, apparently what I need to do is just step over here and right click. There we go. Now, okay, this is very dark in here. Let's grab some torches. Oh, look at all those ores. I'm very high up though, that's not good. All of a sudden I have got jetpack. What's this? Marble? I think that's something we don't have yet. Limestone. Gonna grab a bit of this. Oh, or not. What about you? What on earth are these? Okay, so there's invisible mobs. I'm getting attacked by some sort of hand. I don't think I like this place. I'm just... Where's the exit? I think I came from this way. Oh god, no, it's up there. Jesus Christ, what is... I don't think I like this place at all. What is that? Is that the thing you get because you're not supposed to go in the dark? honest, at this point, I'm not really bothered. I just want to see if I can find... Is it the limestone I need? Some. Grab some limestone, and then I'm going to run... Actually, that's not enough. I need 4. Come on, one more bit of limestone. I can do this. There we go. That's plenty for me. Let's just leg it. Okay, so next up on my list of things to do today is I want to start doing something with the Inferium essence that we're getting from the Mystical Agriculture farm, as we've got a good couple hundred stacks of that now. As you can see here, I'm looking to make the crafters. That's right, I need some crafting tables. So we want tier 1, tier 2 and tier 3. I also need an infusion crystal, which I believe, no, wrong way around. There we go, infusion crystal, which has 1000 uses, which is going to do for now. I also need to get the master infusion crystal before long. So I'm going to pop this down here. And then I need to grab some energy conduits, which I believe I've got sat over here somewhere. Okay, so the energy conduits weren't where I thought they were. It's just more proof that I need to get working on some proper storage before long. So I believe it's this block here has the crafter above it. Yep. So I'll run you down there. Oh, come on. And then along like so. Okay, great. So the crafter should now have plenty of energy, which it does. So what we need to do now is I'm going to set up an output over here for the Supremium essence. Okay, so let's I can't configure it to pull items out. Let's grab a stack of this for now, and I'm going to turn the crafter off at first while I'm doing this. I'm going to leave a couple of spots there for the upgraded essence. So I want Inferium, Prudentium, Intermedium, Superium, and then the Supreme is going to go straight into the output. So like that. And remember, so we want 1 infusion crystal with 4 around that, and that's going to output into the input buffer. Is that right? Yep. Oh, that's not good. The infusion crystal doesn't work with that. Right, okay, so I'm going to have to get the master infusion crystal by the looks of it, which requires a couple of things that I don't have yet, namely a wither star. Well, guess that means we're fighting the wither. Alright guys, so in preparation for the wither fight, I've been doing a couple of upgrades. So first thing you'll see is I'm falling a lot slower than I used to, and the reason being is I've got this snazzy new vibrant jetpack, which can hold 20 million RF, so it'll keep us flying for days. Another thing I've done as well is I've installed a couple of these guys just around the base, so that should... Come on. Okay, so apparently that only charges when I'm not wearing it. That's not fantastic, but I suppose it's better than nothing. Just so I don't have to keep running to the capacitor bank, and you can see we fly a lot faster than before as well, which is awesome. So I think the last thing I need to do is grab some soul sand. I believe it's 4 soul sand and 3 skulls. Nope, don't want you. Not sure why some of the zombie heads keep spitting out of the spawning room. But anyway, what I've done is I've built a platform way out in the distance over here. I wanted to keep it well away from the base, but at the same time I did not feel up to going back into the beneath, and since the Nether's basically just a massive void, I figured we'd avoid that as well. And I've made a mistake, haven't I? I forgot to light this place up. Okay, so rather than shooting down all the mobs, because there was quite a few of them, what I did is I just pop back over to the base and used bed. Obviously that takes me out of spawn range, and oh, we've still got a slime. Apparently one of these chunks is a slime chunk. I'm just going to break this down into smaller slimes so they're harmless, because it would help if I could hit them. There we go. But yeah, going back to the base took it out of spawn range, so all the mobs despawned, and obviously now it's day. They haven't respawned. So I'm going to do is I'm just going to pop the soul down, soul sand down here on the far corner, and let's just cross our fingers. What the hell is that? A villager wither? That's just freaky. Come on, come on. Now I know the cobblestone is going to explode, but the idea here is I'm not actually going to fight him directly on top of the cobble. What I'm going to do is fly up into the sky and try and keep him above the... Oh god, he's catching up. So this is kind of the basic idea, just until he gets low on health. Now the idea of the cobblestone platform is actually to try and catch the Nether Star once he's dead. Okay, I think this guy might be... Oh, we've probably gone above world limit there. Let's drop back down a bit. So you see the plan here is basically just to keep circling around him, and as long as I don't stop, he shouldn't actually be able to hit me. Whoops. Of course I had to open my mouth, didn't I? Let's get away from him a bit. Take a bit of healing, and of course he's almost dead though, so still don't want to get reckless. Oh god, almost dead. Alright guys, so after that death to the wither, I managed to get myself back over there with a electrical steel jetpack, which made myself up to get back to my grave. Managed to finish off the wither with a couple of more healing potions from the mob farm. So I've got a Nether Star and some Supremium Essence. Just going to pop those into my inventory for now. So the whole point of getting the Nether Star was to make the Master Infusion Crystal, So I've got I can get an infusion crystal easily. Supreme essence we can get from the inferior essence. Never Star we've got, which now means I need 3 pieces of epic bacon, which means I need 3 cooked pork chops, and then 1 of each of the dyes for each of the colours of the rainbow. So I'm come over to the passive mob farm, kill a couple of pigs. It's 4 pork chops, that's all I need. So that's 3 epic bacon, like so, and then that should be everything I need for that. Awesome, so let's head back over here. So I need to pop that in there. Oops. Okay, so that's recipe 1. That's 2. Okay, so this will make the Superium. Into Supremium. Difference this one is I want the to go into the output buffer. Remaining items like the infusion crystal go back into input, like so. And just go through and make sure these all go back to internal. Yep. So if I turn this on now, you can see all the essences are crafted up and we're left with the Supremium in the output. So now I need to go grab some item conduits. Okay, so I've set up a item conduit to feed out of the storage drawer into the crafter, and then I'm going to set up one more here. So we're going to change this to in and out extract. We're going to change to blue. I'm going to put that on insert blue, and then I should just be able to change that to always active. And yep, there goes the Supreme Essence. So we've got 2 of those already, and that's going to do its thing now. Obviously the thing that's limiting it at the moment is the speed that the Inferium is getting into the crafter, and it is still somehow managing to keep up. Well, either way, fantastic. We're getting Supremium Essence auto crafted now, so we're going to be able to make a lot of great stuff with that. I think one of the main things I'm going to be going for is the Supremium armor set, which will give you flight when using the full set. Okay, so next up, I've just crafted up a bunch of tier 1 crafting seeds. I've also converted a couple into tier 2 by surrounding the tier 1s with Prudentium. So what I'm going to start doing is making up some of the next tier seeds. So I want 2 marble seeds. I'm just going to do 2 of each. And I've only got enough for 1 limestone seed. That'll have to do for now. The other 2 that I want from tier 2, which are items we can't get from the chicken farm, are the nether clusters, which I need netherrack and soul sand for. Soul sand I've already got. And I also need the fire seeds for lava. So I need to grab, I think it's 8 redstone. That'll be enough to make 2 seeds. What I'm doing is I'm cooking up some cobblestone in the crucible. And I need enough to get 4 buckets of lava. You can see I've already got 2 of them here. Remember, we have these things, lava eggs, which, as the item description says, acts like a one-off bucket. So what I'm hoping is if I click like this. Yes, there we go. So the reason I needed redstone is because if I dip this in the lava, we actually get netherrack. Okay, so here we are at the Mystical Agriculture farm. Now you can see I've kind of laid out the seeds we already had, the tier 1 seeds. What I'm going to plan to do is, rather than doing a whole field just of these 4 seeds, is I'm actually going to have a couple of different seeds all in the same area. The reason I'm doing that is because I figure I don't need too many of the lower level seeds. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do 5 of each. Because there's 80 slots, so 5 of each will be enough to do 16 types of seeds. And I'm just going to pop these down here. So there's the nether seeds, marble, fire, and the 1 limestone seed I've got for now. Hopefully over time I'll be able to get some limestone from that rather than having gone back to the beneath, because that was a nightmare the first time. Awesome, so using up the bones from the mob farm, managed to create a lot of the tier 1 growth crystals. I was looking at the recipe for the tier 2s. It seems like I'm going to have to get into the actually additions mod to make an atomic reconstructor, and then using that we can convert lapis into palace crystals. But what I'm going to do for the moment is just place down these tier 1s. I'm not going to place all of them down. Seems like it would be a bit overkill. Okay, so next on my list of items to do, as you can see, I've dug up all of the inferium seeds. Because what we're going to do now is convert all of these from tier 1 into tier 2 using the prudentium essence, like so. Looks like we've got just the right amount there. And then those can be used to upgrade into tier 3 from the intermedium essence. Okay, so we've got 60 of them. That's plenty for the moment, and rather than doing that by hand, let's just pop them in here. There we go, there's our tier 3 seeds. Hopefully we should start getting plenty more inferium. Alright guys, welcome back. So this is a couple of days after the last clip. I've been doing a little bit of work off camera. So as you can probably see here, I've filled out some more of the second mystical agriculture garden. What I've done is I've got 5 of each of the essences now. So I've started getting the quartz enriched iron and black quartz essence in as well, so you can see we're getting plenty of materials in now. One upgrade I have made is I've got these item conduits running into both of the farming stations. They're actually feeding them new obsidian ores when the old ones have run out. So I've just got a small storage drawer over here which has a few obsidian ores in, so that'll keep replenishing those when those run out. But what I want to do now is I want to start getting into the tier 2 growth crystals, and to do that there's a little bit of crafting and machine making that I need to do. So I've got the area laid out here already. Some of you may be able to guess where this is going, but what I need to do is I need to start crafting the atomic reconstructor. So I've got all the materials with me here. So we've got 1 iron casing, becomes an atomic reconstructor. So I'm going to pop that down over here. Anyway, so let's start with a block of redstone. There's a holder redstone torch to toggle. Alright, okay, so I can change the mode. So there's one block of Restonia, and I believe I need one more. Quartz. So that becomes Ephetic quartz. What else have we got? Chisel quartz block. So that becomes Ephetic green block. And block of iron I think we need to do as well. And that becomes Inori crystal blocks. So I'm going to get the rest of these crafted up and I'll be back in a second. Okay, so I've got the materials crafted up. I also did a few lapis blocks which become palace crystals. So what I need to do now is start on a bit of a crafting rabbit hole. So I need to turn those into Restonia, which I had a couple from the loot bags I was getting from the mob farm already. I believe that needs to become Inori crystals. Those can stay as they are, so can those. So what I need to do now is make some display stands, which require basic coils. Probably going to need a few more of those. Like so. Okay, so that's 5 display stands. So I actually need 4 of those. The last one is going to be used to make the Empower. And that should be everything to make the Empower. So all I need to do now is pop the Empower down here in the middle. And then the display stands here, here. And you can see they're charging with RF quite quickly. Now what I need to do is to make the palace crystal blocks, is that right? Don't think I was supposed to shift click. There we go. And I believe I need prismarine shards. Just grab a stack of those and cyan dye. So this one, yep. And it should be 1 cyan with 3 prismarine, and if this works we should know pretty much straight away. There we go. So that's going to be turning the palace crystal into empowered palace. And there we go. Can I just, no, I guess I need to right click with an empty hand. Okay, so I've got the 29 empowered palace crystal blocks. As you can see, I've also got a bunch of glass and oak saplings, and that's the greenhouse glass made. Should be plenty. I did make this guy, which is super easy to make. It's just a bunch of logs, planks, and a bit of red wool. What we can do with this guy is trade emeralds for any kind of seeds, saplings, or bone meal, 1 emerald each. Which we've got plenty of emeralds from the emerald chicken, which is fantastic. So that's the greenhouse glass done. Now the next bit, in order to make the tier 2 growth crystals, is I need these things here. So these are growth accelerators. Now each of them needs 1 diamond, 4 stone and 4 inferium blocks. So I'm going to need 22 times 4, so that's 88 inferium blocks times by 9. If we take a look over at the inferium farm, you can see I've now got 4 stacks of supremium essence. So I'm going to take 2 stacks out. If I've taken too much, that can always be converted back into supremium. There we go. Oh, I'm an idiot. I've completely miscounted. I still need another, what's that, 88 Inferium blocks. Well, I'll be back in a second once that's done. Okay, so after all that, it seems like I've not been very good at maths. I've only actually made 21 of these tier 2 growth crystals, but that'll do me for now. So let's get these put down around the corners. Not sure how much of an effect this is actually going to have on the seeds, but if I get every little bit, it'll still help. Okay, so I've placed down the T2 growth crystals. Looks like we're actually too short, one for each of the 4 corners there. Anyway guys, that's going to be it for this episode. So got a fair bit done with the atomic reconstructor and the empowerer, and also made some headway getting into the mystical agriculture farms with the T2 growth crystals. So until next time guys, don't forget to like, comment and subscribe, and I will see you next time. Goodbye. Also guys, I would just like to say, how freaky is that horse skeleton's butt? I mean, seriously, you've got googly eyes in your butt cheeks. That's just wrong.